Hi guys, and welcome to Last Call, Season 1, Episode 1. I have Sandra here. Say hi. She just dropped something on me, and I had an idea of what I wanted to talk about, but then she just told me something, and I was like, we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, tell us what you just told me.
A couple days ago, there was a guy who found out that three of his kids weren't his kids. And I think the oldest is like 12-ish. He's married. They're married, him and the wife.
How long have they been married for?
I'm not sure, but the oldest is like at least 12.
Okay, so at least 12 years.
Yeah, they were together. And the biggest thing, not biggest, but it's his family members' children. And so, anyways, he ends up going to her work to confront her, ends up shooting her multiple times. He got arrested. She was in the hospital. She ended up surviving so far. So it brought up like a big controversy, like, should DNA tests be required before signing a birth certificate?
I think yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's rewind from the very beginning. So she's been with this guy for 12 plus years. They have kids. She's living this life, cheating the entire time. Doesn't tell her husband nothing. Oh, I'm pregnant, but it's not yours. Oh, I'm pregnant again. It's not yours. I don't think I can go through one pregnancy, let alone three. You said three?
Yeah. He found out all three kids were not his.
I couldn't keep that from my husband.
I personally, I'm not a cheater. I've never cheated on anybody. Like, I can hardly keep up with one person.
That's what
I can't keep up with more than one. Are you kidding?
Uh-uh.
Like, no.
Holy crap. Yeah, just one alone. I'd be like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. There's a possibility this isn't yours, but please still love me.
And I'm not a good liar. Like, my lies don't make sense.
Uh-huh.
So why? I'm not.
So I could not, just cheating alone.
Yeah.
It blows my mind that she was so comfortable. Like, I feel like that's not serial killer vibes, but that's some psychotic stuff to go.
Psychopathy and narcissistic and whatever other paths are out there.
How do you do that to someone?
I don't know.
Let alone 3 times.
And it's his family members. So at every family cookout or every holiday.
Yeah.
You're just like your family members. It said members, so I'm assuming it's more than one.
Oh my God.
So that's crazy.
And to look at the kid and be like, that baby don't look like me.
But it's a family member. So they probably do resemble.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So. That woman is psychotic. I know it's really dramatic to say, but that is some psycho stuff.
No, it's true.
And then you said the rage, he shot her multiple times.
Multiple times.
See, I would be really pissed off. Like I said, I would make that person's life a living hell. But I wouldn't shoot someone. I wouldn't go that far to shoot someone.
Yeah.
That just blows my mind. And to think what's going through that guy's head right now.
Yeah, the kids you raised, you worked hard for, aren't your kids.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one thing, okay, they're not your kids. She cheated, had an affair, multiple, whatever. But then to find out it was with family members.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a whole nother level.
And to think family members, whether it's a cousin, brother, or whatever, what's going through that guy's mind and how that person also could keep that secret that long. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if she told that person, this baby is yours. There's a chance that this baby's yours.
They had to have known.
Yeah.
If it's a family member, you would think that they would know when she got pregnant and I put it in you at around that same time.
Oh my God. I can't.
No. But to prevent things like this, DNA tests should be mandatory whether you're married or not.
Yeah. I agree.
And there's only one.
And it should be free.
And there's only one state that makes paternity fraud actually a crime, and that's Tennessee.
Paternity, can you expand on that? Sorry.
If someone intentionally knows that you're not the father and they put you on the birth certificate or put you on child support for monetary gain, for knowing that you're not the father, it's a misdemeanor in Tennessee. That's the only state. Every other state, the father can go after the mother in a civil court for like maybe getting reimbursed some of the money they spent. But it doesn't always work.
Wow. That's only one state that does that. Yeah, that should be every state.
Yeah. And like if a guy is put on child support, if he owes back child support and it's found out that he's not the father, sometimes they don't even like forgive the back child support. Sometimes the government...
You're kidding.
The government looks at it as a debt owed.
How is that a debt owed if... No, it should be reversed. Now you got to pay all that to me.
It should be. Yep, it should be. But a lot of times it's so hard for... And this isn't an attack on women or kids or whatever. It's just we know if we've slept with multiple people. We know. The guy doesn't. So if I feel like if the government can go after you, your taxes, your wage garnishments, if they can even throw you in jail, even take your license for not paying child support, they should at least make sure they're going after the right person. So that's my whole thing on it.
That is true, though. Like you said, they should... If you're going to sit there and penalize that person that put you through, like, let's say that woman knew this whole entire time.
Yeah.
It should be twice as bad.
It should. It should
What
be.
is that saying? Your example? You're an example.
Yeah, they should make an example. Yep. Because that's crazy to me.
I can't believe that. 3 kids. Holy crap. But what do you agree with how he's shot?
No, of course not. He shouldn't have. Now he's basically... I don't think he's going to get a lot of time. Not like if it was like...
What state was this?
Let me look it up.
Not Tennessee.
I don't think... That would be a twist. Let me see.
Yeah, I would definitely sit there and slash a few tires, get crazy, but I wouldn't shoot.
Yeah, let's see.
If I were the guy. Scary. How scary that people can be that crazy.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder what else she's possibly have done that she's just gotten away with. And what that family member, let's just say it's a brother. Because I'm curious if it's family members.
Yeah. Let's see. Smith County. Where is Smith County?
Smith County.
It was in... Because I actually saw something about it today.
When did this happen? What day was this?
This happened Saturday.
Today? Oh, that was last night.
Yeah.
Holy.
And it was in...
Well, we were sleeping. All this stuff was going on. This guy's in jail.
Yeah. No. And the police got there within, like, seconds, they said. So they must have been... Let's see. What is
1:30 a.m. Disturbance call at the block. Dispatchers were told, identified.
Wait.
Was intoxicated. Wow.
Wait, no. That's not the right one. Because he shot his wife while she was at work.
Can you imagine someone coming into my work just shooting me?
Yeah.
And everyone going, whoa.
Let's see.
Man. 3 kids. And it makes me wonder what... Because that kid's 12, you said.
Yeah.
What is going through that daughter's mind?
Yeah, and she worked at a assisted living facility.
Oh, sorry. All those poor people. Like, what's all this disturbance?
Okay, yes. So... Hi.
If I were a daughter and I was that 12-year-old, let's just, because I don't know the other ages. I know you said 12.
Yeah.
I would want to know who my father was, and I would have a lot of questions for him.
Yeah.
The first one being,
find it.
did you know about this? Did you know you were my father? Man, my mind is just blown.
What is the guy like? What do you do after that? You've bonded with these kids.
I think he, as a good person, if you were a good person and you've raised these, I don't think you just stop.
Yeah.
I don't think.
But does it become hard?
Oh yeah.
Like you look at these kids that are your kids, but now you find out they're not biologically yours. As hard as it may be, do you still look at them the same? Can you look at them the same?
That's a good question. I would think as a good person you would sit there and, okay, these I've raised them because he raised them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you would just be able to flip it. But I think that the dad, if you knew who the dad was, all the expensive sports, college, food,
Yeah.
all those, that person's got to pay for that.
I think so too. But what's crazy is the kids know, not like know that who their father is, but they know this person. Mm-hmm. This person's been in their life the whole time. Person or persons been in their lives the whole time, so it's not like it's even a stranger that they don't know.
That is true.
So like, how weird would it be for a kid? This is your dad, and then you find out your uncle is really your dad. Mm-hmm. Like.
And you know this is not the first time this has happened. I guarantee there's so many.
No. There's tons of cases where this has happened.
God.
That's why DNA testing is so important. Mm-hmm. And that's why I think they should really implement that, because then you don't need paternity fraud laws. Because what would be the point if you have to get DNA tested before you can put somebody on child support or put them on the birth certificate?
See, I screwed up. So with Ava, Mo was there with me. I hate paperwork. If you don't know me, paperwork is hell for me. So he was there with Aaliyah, signed all the paperwork, did all that stuff for me. We had with Ava, they're 15 months apart. The second baby, he had to take that one home, back to this house, while I was at the hospital with that one, doing the paperwork. And I somehow screwed up, and I'm not saying, we all know Mo's the dad.
Yeah.
But somehow I missed that, and he's not on our birth certificate.
Is he still not on her birth certificate?
Yeah. We got to go figure that out.
I was gonna say, yeah. You guys, well, I don't know how it is here, but when I had my first child, her dad was deployed at the time.
Okay.
So he wasn't put on the birth certificate.
Okay. On purpose or?
Well, because he wasn't there.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's different in like military hospitals as opposed to civilian hospitals, but since I was in the military,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
What branch?
Army.
Get it, girl?
Yeah, I was in for 11 years.
Holy, my husband was 13. So you guys are right there.
Yeah, yeah. That's actually where I met Ray.
Okay, Ray's Army too? Oh, I love that.
But
you guys are so tough.
But yeah, so I had her in both of mine in the military hospital, and he wasn't there, so he didn't sign the birth certificate or the paperwork, I should say. So when he went on leave and we got married, then we went and did a legitimization. We just went to the courthouse, filled out the paperwork. Okay. He signed it. He voluntarily legitimized it. So yeah, he's her father. Never any question, but yeah. So that's how we had to do it when he wasn't on the birth certificate.
Okay.
So I mean, the second one I had was from my second husband, and he was there and signed it. So
I wonder, it's gonna be a pain in the butt going through all this paperwork. I hate it. Just like my last name is not changed either from being married.
Oh, it's not?
He hates that.
Neither is mine.
Wait, you guys are married? You and Ray are married?
No.
Oh, I was like, wait a second.
From my previous. It's his last name still.
I need to switch it, but that's a lot of paperwork I'm going to go through. License, I'm going to pay that expensive. See, that's another thing I can't stand is the Real ID is mandatory, but then we have to pay that expensive fee just for an ID.
Yeah.
I talk about that with Mo all the time. Like, they should just pay, or there should be not a fee if this is mandatory. I hate that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, or if they should if your license is up for renewal, you have to pay anyways. I feel like that should just be the fee. Like it should be valid until your license is up for renewal, and then you automatically get switched over to the real ID if that makes sense, and you just pay the normal fee that you would pay anyways to get it renewed.
Which is not as expensive.
No, it's like what, $30?
I was gonna say I think it's 30. Mine, I think it was 98.
I refuse to get one. Like,
I live in that fear. They said that you can't travel.
Ray just went to New York last week.
Okay.
And he didn't have a real ID. They told him, because he went into the UMV, is it called?
That's where I got mine from.
He went there and he asked them if he needed it, and they told him no, he'll just have to pay an extra like $40 or something for them to.
What?
Something like, yeah, he didn't have one, but he does have military IDs, so I don't know.
That's different. That's probably different.
I know I used my military health identification card when I went to my oldest graduation. But they gave me a lot of issues with it, even though it says on the TSA website that it's one of the acceptable forms of ID. But they probably fixed it since then, because that was June 2025.
Okay.
But
when did you get out?
February of 2014.
This is so crazy. I didn't know that. See, I tell people all the time, I would like to go in the military just for the boot camp and then be done. I don't want to do anything outside of that.
The boot camp was very difficult.
It wasn't? See,
Not
I feel
when
like
I went through it. It was, if you did what you were supposed to do, there was no issues. I mean, like, marching 12 miles, like, with the rucksack on, that was hard. That was difficult. Getting tear gassed, kind of difficult, but all in all, it wasn't horrible.
See, I don't think I'd be able to do the tear gas.
Yeah, no, that was bad. I remember we were in the field.
I can't even do cigarette smoke.
Oh yeah, that would work for you. Because I remember we were in a field and we had to dig little trenches, and we dug it, and I was in my trench, and drill sergeant came and they were tossing the little tear gas canisters, and one hit me in my face, and he's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "All right, just don't die on us." I was like,
Really?
Okay, well, thanks. My face, but
I'm surprised he asked you if you're okay. See, when I think military, I think, let's get down, soldier. Don't talk back to me. Bam, 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 smack.
No, it just, maybe the Marines.
Okay, so my brother was a Marine.
I feel like they're tougher. Or it depends on where you go.
Okay.
Or it could have been because we were females. Maybe they were a little easier.
I wonder what the difference would be.
I feel like the Marines probably have the most intense boot camp.
Not, what do you call those? The guys that they have to drown.
Oh.
Come close to drowning. What is that?
Sears training? No, that's Army.
Is it? No, Navy SEALs.
Navy SEALs. Yeah, that's pretty difficult.
I think that would be the most difficult. And when I watch those videos where you have to just sit there and endure like the waves just going on, and you can't freak out, or when they go in the pool all strapped up and you have to go down. Oh,
nope. Okay, I couldn't do that.
I couldn't do that. And when I listen to my husband's stories, like, he doesn't talk a lot about it, but different instances, like if I seen a body, I don't think I could do that.
Yeah.
I've talked to people all the time, like, if I had someone trying to come into my house, I don't think I could do that. I couldn't, like, boom, boom, boom. And, like, it's different when you're put in a situation like life or death. You have your babies. But I'm like, I just don't think I could.
But I, like you said, it's different, life and death, because, so here's a story. I had a gun pulled on me at one point.
Oh my God.
I was living in West Virginia.
I like how you're giggling about it. I would,
because it's hilarious at the end of the day. So I was living in West Virginia. I was staying with my brother for a while, and so I was out. And this is when I used to smoke or whatever. I was outside smoking a cigarette in the garage.
Okay.
And so I go inside because I'm like, I'm thirsty. I want some water. So I go grab a water, and I'm like, I swear the kitchen light was on when I left. But okay, whatever. So I turned it back on, because I didn't want to walk into the dark house. I go back out and I smoke, come back in, and it's off again. I'm like,
See?
going on. So I flip the light back on. I'm like, whatever. I need to finish what I'm doing. I go back out. So I come back in, and here comes my brother around the corner with my gun in his hand.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh. He was like, I thought you were an intruder. I was like,
what?
He didn't have the magazine in it because he couldn't find it. But I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. I was like, what intruder would just keep turning the light on?
Uh-huh.
And he was like, I don't know. That's what I was confused.
Okay, it makes me wonder if he was under the influence.
No, he doesn't drink. He doesn't do
Okay.
anything. He was just in the house. He didn't hear the garage.
Okay.
The way it was, the living room's over here, and you have to go around the corner to go to the kitchen.
Okay.
And the kitchen connects to the garage. So I kept going in, flipping the light on. And he was like, I guess sitting on the couch. And he's like, light just go on? So he went and turned it off.
See, that would scare me.
So it kept happening. And so then he went into my room because he knew I had a gun. And he searched for it and he found it. But he couldn't find the clip because obviously I'm going to keep it separate because I have a kid.
What was he going to do with it?
That's what I told him. I said, I'm going to get thrown at my forehead. Of course, my brother, being my brother, was like, it's big enough. It wouldn't miss. But I'm like,
My pistol will be.
yeah, I was like, what are we going to do?
See, it's scary because there was one time I was home alone. Of course, all this stuff happens whenever Mo's gone. The girls and I were sleeping upstairs, and we have upstairs bathroom and downstairs bathroom. Mm-hmm. And he just insisted on buying these stupid little soap things that would constantly fall off.
Oh.
Like, always. I'd come home and it'd be on there, and I'd just put it back up. So we're almost asleep. He's gone. It's late at night. And my mind plays tricks already. Like, I'm always on edge.
Yeah.
So we're almost asleep, and all of a sudden, boom. And my mind doesn't think that it's the bathroom. Mm-hmm. So I immediately grab the gun, and I'm sitting there shaking. And I'm like, you don't want to come in here. I have a gun. And I just think when it comes down, like, if that was a real person, like, it took me a long time to come from upstairs, downstairs. Like, I kept telling, I have a gun. You better just go. I'm real, like, you don't want to mess with me. And coming downstairs.
Because I
don't even think about my voice. I probably not. It was probably like, excuse me, you don't want to mess with me. But the thought, like, when I think about it, like, real life, like, there's a guy going around right now. They're looking for, like, what if he just, you need to let me in?
Yeah. No, I had something like that kind of happen when I was living in Texas. I was living, like, let's just say here is where I was living. And right over here was apartment complexes. Well, somebody had pounded on my door. And so I go to open it, and it's this guy there. And he's just like, hey, like, I need help, da-da-da. And then next thing I know, like, these guys from the apartment complex are jumping the fence. And they're chasing that guy off. And one of the guys stays behind, and he's like, call the police. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he started just yelling at me about opening my door to a stranger and da-da-da-da. So,
excuse me, sir, don't come at me. I didn't ask for this.
So what he was saying is this guy was going around to like, the apartment complex, knocking on doors and forcing his way into the house and assaulting the women. And he had did it to his wife or one of the guys that were chasing his wife.
Holy.
So that's why he was yelling at me, because he was like, no. So then the cops come, and I tell them what happened. These guys explained what happened, and the cop was like, are you armed? Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, yeah, I have a gun. He was like, don't ever answer your door without the gun in your hand.
Okay.
Behind the door, especially if you're home alone. And if you're home alone, make it sound like there's 16 people there.
Okay.
Make as much noise as you can.
See, my grandma lives by that rule. Like, she always leaves her TV on loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you leave the house, you leave all your lights on and TV on.
Yeah, so I got scolded by the stranger I didn't know, and I got scolded by the police. And I was like, I thought it was my daughter's friend that lived across the street. So, because nobody ever came over to my house. This is who it is. So I just opened the door, and it's just this random guy. And apparently he had a crowbar and everything, because it was dropped in the front yard.
Whoa.
With the towel. And I was just like,
You got lucky.
yeah. I was like, thank goodness for those guys.
Yeah, holy crap. So something similar happened. I didn't have the kids. Of course, Mom was gone. And my cousin was supposed to come over. And I said, the door is going to be unlocked. Like I do, just walk in when I know someone's coming. Because if not, my house is always locked. Like, that's like instant. And I teach my kids that. As soon as you walk in, lock the door. So I unlocked the doors and I told her I'm going to take a shower. Just come over.
Yeah.
So I'm showering and I hear knock knock and I was like instantly annoyed. Like, Raina, I told you the door's unlocked. Come in. So I'm like, come in. And knock 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 knock. Again, I'm like, Raina, it's unlocked. Nothing. Knock 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 again. So at this point I'm pissed. And I get out of the shower and I walk out to the front door and I open it like with aggression, like, okay. And it's this guy standing there, shaggy looking. And he's like, hey, I broke down, but I need to use the restroom. And I'm naive. I'm still like, now if that happened with my kids, I'm like, no. But I was like, yeah, come on in. Go ahead, use the restroom. And at this point, there's a couch right here. I'm wrapped in a towel because I think it's my cousin. And there's this scary looking guy. I let him use the restroom and he leaves.
Oh.
But then my cousin comes back and I told her this whole entire story. She goes, you just let that guy walk in your house? And I was like, yeah, he just used the restroom. And she goes, Hannah, did you not think guys can piss anywhere? They can go outside and go pee anywhere.
Yeah.
What do you think he was going to do? And then I got like instantly scared, like, oh, that was bad. I shouldn't have done that. And she goes, you think?
Yeah.
And it scares me, like, because my oldest is very like me, like, hi, come on in.
Yeah.
And I do want to put them in classes when I think about it. I'm like, I want them to be tough girls.
Yeah.
I want them to be army tough. Like, don't mess with me. I don't want them to ever be in a situation where they can't defend themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Self-defense is good. But as women, the average woman isn't going to be able to take on the average man.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
So even with self-defense, it's good for them to always have something on them, like mace. Or something, yeah.
I wonder what age I start doing that. Because they can't bring it to school with them. They can't have stuff like that.
No, but they can use the buddy system.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they go anywhere, just make sure you have a buddy with you.
That's me. I've always taught my girls, when you go to the bathroom, your sisters to go with you. They don't go alone, because I've seen those videos where there's guys in the bathroom waiting. Mm-hmm. That's so scary when I think about that. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary to me.
It is.
Okay. I want to ask you a question. Let's not get so crazy. If there is something in your life that you could change right now, what would it be and why? If you can go back any situation, what would that be?
Any situation.
Any situation. Only one, though.
Only
and
one.
You could change it. And why would you do that?
Ooh.
I go back and forth on mine.
Okay, let's hear yours, and then we'll hear mine. That gives me more time to think.
Mine would be using.
Okay.
Not drinking, but using. I think if I can go back, I would change that. Never ever touch that ever. Because A, I would have a lot more money in my pocket. B, I would have saved myself all the heartache and realizing who I thought were my friends.
Yeah.
That are not my friends. But on the flip side, I'm like, that's changed me. Like that, using that, because I don't think I would have quit drinking if I wouldn't have quit using, honestly. Yeah. So I go back and forth on that one. I do think about that. I'm like, Hannah, if you can just go back and change that, that would be the one thing.
Yeah. But then again, would you still be the same person you are today?
I don't think so. I think I would still be actively drinking.
So, I mean, at least there's a silver lining.
There is. Because I think about all the heartache and the things I didn't even think about, the sketchy people I was around, having people in my house. I even let one dealer take off with our brand new Ford.
Oh, jeez.
Like, not even caring. He's like, yeah, I need a car ride. And I was like, yeah, go for it. Take my truck. Go drive. Like, I didn't even know where he was going. And then he was gone for hours and then comes back with the truck, thank God.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't thinking. Like, so many things I think about. I'm like, you put those people in harm. It's way like my friends. I carry that guilt with me to this day. I can't believe I put so many people. I'm so selfish.
Yeah.
So selfish, but at the same time, I do think about it. Like, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Yeah. It's so difficult. I don't know what, because like if I change something, and something else is different.
This is, yeah.
So it's like, it's the butterfly effect, really. So maybe I probably would have tried to stay in the military until I retired, because I only had 9 years left.
Only 9 years? That's a lot.
I mean, it's a lot, but I would have been, let's see, I went in at 18.
Okay,
so 30, so 38, and I would have been retired.
Okay.
From the military.
Oh, man, yeah.
So, like, I would have got retirement pay on top. My disability pay.
Okay.
So, it would have been, like, I feel like it would have been better. But at the same time, I was married to my daughter's father. He was a belligerent alcoholic, abusive, all this other stuff. And so I was on orders to Korea. And so it was like, if I stayed in, I would have to go to Korea and leave my daughter with him.
And that's not going to happen.
That wasn't going to happen. So my choice was, I had less than a year left. And I told him I wasn't going to go to Korea. I wasn't going to re-enlist. That I was going to get out. And so I ended up getting out. And then I ended up leaving him and moving to Texas.
What was your final thing to leave? What was it that made you just go, enough?
So he, like I said, was an alcoholic, and he had been cheating and all this other stuff. I remember I told him, because at this point I was out of the military and I had gotten a job in the meantime at Walmart.
Okay.
So I had told him, we had one vehicle, because the vehicle I bought him, he crashed.
Under the influence?
Yeah.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah, that's one thing I would take back. Because I took the charge from him. I took the charge for him on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you were in love and you felt...
I wouldn't say in love. I would say more like I worked and he didn't.
Okay.
And I didn't make enough to pay for childcare.
Okay.
Working at Walmart. And so it was like he was drinking. He got into a crash. He crashed into a ditch and into a tree. There was no other injuries. Nobody was injured. Just that. And so I told the police that I was driving. The cop was like, yeah, whatever. But, there was no witnesses. So I ended up getting like failure to maintain lane or whatever. And in Georgia, if you can't pay the ticket all up front, you get put on probation.
Oh, wow.
So like I was technically on probation until I paid it off. Yeah, I would take that back. But I told him, so I went to work or whatever, and he was supposed to pick me up.
Okay.
But he never did. I ended up having to get a ride home from somebody else and them dropping me way off at the end of the road so I could walk home while I walk in and he's on the phone with his ex-girlfriend.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, okay. So then I was getting ready to leave and he was like, no, did the whole one more try. And I was like, all right, you drink one more time, I'm gone. You drink and I left.
That was it?
That was it.
Oh. Yeah, so many people stay in situations, and that's what I like to always say. Life is so short. When people come to me and they're just unhappy, and I know it's not my place, but when I talk to people behind the bar, I'm always like, you know what? Yeah, life is so short. Don't you want to be happy?
Yeah.
And it's not always just the guy being like that. I've heard stories where the women are just mean and nasty and evil, and I'm like, hey, I hate to tell you this, but life is short. You're not happy. Like, what are you doing? And then I feel guilty, like, inside. I'm like, oh, no, did I just ruin something?
Yeah, some people just need to hear that. But they're not going to be receptive to it unless they actually want the change.
That is true.
Because my last relationship before this one was pretty toxic and abusive. And I stayed for 4 years until finally I was like, can't do it anymore. And I drove from Washington to Florida.
Do you think your daughter played a big part in that?
Yeah, she did. She didn't want to leave Washington though.
Okay.
She still asks to move to Washington.
She can.
I told her when she turns 18, she can move wherever she wants.
Yeah.
Until then, she stuck with me. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me like, because a lot of people say, "Oh, you gotta stick with it with your kids," and I don't believe that at all.
No.
I do not. Just because you have a kid with someone doesn't mean you have to stay with them.
No.
Especially if it's toxic and vile, because you're teaching your kid, like, subconsciously, you're teaching them, this is how a relationship's supposed to be. And no.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer in if it's not working out, it's not working out. Like, it's better to have a kid in 2 happy homes than 1 miserable home.
Yeah. It's sad to see lots of people. Like I said, I see it all the time, and it just bums me out. But you can't tell someone, like you said, unless they want to change.
Yeah,
change.
I used to be a bartender too, so I get all the
Girl,
little...
you've been in what have you not done?
A lot.
Okay, I take back my one thing that I wish I could change, because I wish I would have gone to school while I was working on the slope, because then I could have been a dental hygienist, and teeth are like my big thing. Like that's all I wanted to do was be a hygienist.
Yeah.
So if I can go back, I'd be like, Hannah, stay focused, go to school. Yeah, you're making money, but this is something that's gonna last you in the long run. But then I think about that at the same time. Just now I'm thinking about it. I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't be bartending. I wouldn't have met you. I wouldn't have met Ray. I wouldn't have met Callie and Charlie. Those people I love.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And bartending, when I did it, it's fun. Like,
It is fun.
It's fun, and then you get the crazy people, but then you have the regulars who and you know their drink, and you know, like...
Mm-hmm. See, I feel so cool when I see them walk through the door and I could beat them to their seat with their drink. I'm like, I did that.
Yeah, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The one thing I hate about bartending, I don't know if it was your thing that you may have hated, but I hate cutting people off.
Yeah.
Because it's going to go one or both ways, really good or really bad.
I used to do, like, if they were getting shots, I would do, like, the cranberry with the Sprite and give it to them as their shot.
Because at that point, they're not going to know.
Yeah, they don't know.
See, my thing is, my count, because my normal count is 1, 2, 3, 4. But when it's, like, towards the end, I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, like a normal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's how it was when I was bartending, because it was like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I always overboard.
I'm always told, like that little video that I said, God damn, when they take my drink, I have people tell me, all right, Hannah, don't kill me. Please don't kill me with this one. I got to go home. I'm like, okay, gotcha. But I love bartending. I never thought I was going to be a bartender. My husband's like, why don't you just try? For years, just do this, because I was babysitting before that in this little tiny house with kids on kids on kids, and I needed out. And I have one friend, when I told him that I'm done babysitting, I'm going to be a bartender, he said, okay, so you're going to quit babysitting kids to babysit adults. And I was like, okay, now you're being negative.
Yeah, I don't need this negativity in my life. Yeah.
But he was a big part in my sobriety, so I think he was more so worried.
Yeah,
I think
being around that,
subconsciously,
the alcohol and
that
stuff.
I would go back.
No, I get that.
And I'll never go back. Like, when I think about it, and I get asked all the time, like, you're a bartender and you do this? Is it hard for you? I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Especially when I see someone walk in and they're hurting. I remember those days.
Yeah. I used to have a drink, probably usually like before I went on shift. I would come early, have my drink. Which probably wasn't the best idea, because if the big alcohol guy came and I had alcohol in my system, you can get fined.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or at least when I was doing it, it's when I lived in West Virginia. Yeah. Or if you overserve, that's like $1,000 fine. It's like so much things. And like, people would get so mad when I'd ID them. If it was somebody that I didn't know.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, look, if big alcohol guys, I used to tell them, a big alcohol guy comes in here and he asks for your ID and you don't have it on you. Or if he's sitting in here somewhere and I don't even know and he doesn't see me check your ID, that's on me. I'm not paying that fine because you forgot your ID.
Yeah, I hate that. I get that all the time. And I notice it with younger kids, and then they want to joke about it. It's like, no, there's no time to joke about this. Let me just see your ID and let's get it on.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a post on, I can't remember if it was, I think it's on Threads or Google. I was just so happened to look up tailgaters, and I made one of those posts.
Oh, did you?
This guy said something along the lines like, there's this girl that comes in, checks my ID, and my age is longer than her hair, or something like that. And
so rude.
And he said something along the lines like, ignorance or something. It's like, no, this is my job. But then he finished it like, yeah, it's her job, or I'll have to send you the post. But it's like, just show me, how hard is it just to pull your ID out and be like, there you go.
Because they don't understand that the fines that go into it. like you can get in trouble. Like it used to be, I don't know if it's still the same, but if somebody got drunk at the bar, got in the car, drove home, but they get into an accident before they get home, the bar is liable.
Yeah. No, that's how
It's
it is.
still like that, yeah.
Excuse me.
Like, so, and not only the bar, but the bartender who was serving them. So it's, a lot of people don't understand that.
How serious it is.
Yeah.
They don't. They just want to be there for a good time.
Now, if you leave and go to another bar, the liability falls on the next bar.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah, toodaloo. Bye. Go home.
Not our
And
problem.
that's the part I hate is that it goes one or two ways. Like I had guys in there last night, these young kids. My ears were so drained by the time they left. And I feel bad lying, but I had to tell them, sorry, I did last call and it's 1:30. And I never do last call. But I mean, literally, they were screaming for about an hour and maybe 20 minutes just on the karaoke.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, these guys don't need any more. And one guy tried ordering with me. And I said, I'm so sorry. I can't serve you guys anymore. I did last call. And he's like, yeah, but I didn't hear it. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. You guys were loud. You didn't hear last call. But you can just see the annoyance in his face.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go somewhere else and you suck. And it's like, okay, yeah, I suck. My grandma told me the best way to look at it is, yeah, this might suck for 15 minutes, but this could suck for 15 years if you overserve. And I was
True.
like, that's a good way of looking at it. Because I would tell her, Grandma, I hate having to cut people off. And she goes, look at it this way, Hannah. It might be uncomfortable for you. They might give you an attitude, but look at it for the long run. It's not going to be that bad. And guess what? They're still going to come back.
Yeah.
There's people, I will never come back here. And they walk in like, okay.
Yeah, I had regulars that were always like, oh, so mad. But the bar I worked at was a small little, almost like a, like mom and pop bar kind of, I guess I want to say. Not like mom and pop, but like.
I'm trying to think of a place that would resemble out here.
Like something just small that like locals would go to, and it'd be
Okay, yeah.
typically the same people, except maybe Friday and Saturday nights. Then you'd get the younger crowd, but it was always like the older, grumpy, grumpy people that would crack you up that you could cuss back at, and like.
See, I'm not there yet. People tell me you'll get there where you're like. What'd you say?
Yeah. With the regulars, you could do that because you know which ones you can and which ones you can't. Yeah. No, those are the good ones.
I'm the, oh, you want this? Okay, sure. Or they tell me I don't like it this way. Oh, yeah, I'll do it. But I watch other people, fuck that, you're going to drink it. And I'm like, whoa, okay. I'll get there eventually.
Yeah. But you see people respect them too, though. They do what they say because they know they're not playing.
I just get, I don't want to say pushed over, but I do in this line. Because I'm a people pleaser. I've always been like that. Like, if it makes someone uncomfortable, I'm like, oh, I want to fix it. I'll do whatever you say. I don't want you to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I wish I could change about myself is standing in your no. I hate that.
Mine is the follow through. Especially, and Ray will say this over and over, especially when it comes to my daughter. Like my oldest one, she's 18 in college in Virginia. Okay. My youngest 14, high school. And so, but she will do some things, have the attitude, and I'll be like, all right, I'm taking your phone away. And I'll take it away, but then I'll give it back.
Okay.
And so he's like, you need to have the follow through. Like, you need to stick to it.
I see that. That's how my mom was. My mom would say, you're grounded, but then turn around and let me go hang out with my friends. And it's almost like it's easier that way.
Yeah, because then you don't get the attitude or...
Gosh, they have such bad attitudes. And mine are only 10 and 11.
Yeah, no, she's 14 and it sucks because the whole house is like hardwood except for the stairs are carpet. So every little thing she does in her room, we can hear and it's magnified. So if she stomps her feet, it's like...
Do you remember that doing to your parents and be like, why are you so mad? And now we're parents and you're like,
no,
I don't want to deal with that.
I would never.
You never?
Like, my dad was teaching me how to drive I'll never forget this. And apparently, I threw the car in reverse. It went like 30 or 45 in reverse. And my dad was freaking out. So then we get to the house because he's like, I'm done with this. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. So then we get to the house and I'm at the street and I stop and I put the car in reverse. And he was like, I put the car in park. He was like, apparently he believed that I put the car in park before I actually stopped the car.
Okay, so just like a quick...
Yeah, and I was like, no, I put the car in, I stopped and then put it in park. And so he was like, no, and I was like, well, you don't have to be an ass about it. I flew out that car so fast and took off down the street.
See, I never talked to my parents
No,
like
that was the only time I've ever did that. But I knew I had to come home at some point.
Mm-hmm. That's terrifying.
Yeah, I was like, oh, what did I just do? I was like 17, 18. Like, I'm running. I don't think I ran that fast ever in my life.
Oh,
I was like, let me give him a few hours so he can calm down. Maybe he'll be at work.
You knew. My thing was always sighing. And I still do it, and it drives my husband nuts to this day. And I don't even realize I'm doing it when I'm so frustrated. And I remember my mom, like, parenting was different back then.
Yeah.
Like, you can get a lot of, what am I trying to say? You can get away with a lot more back then than you can now.
Yeah.
And that's another topic, like, people I feel are so weak nowadays.
Yeah, they are.
But when I would go, my mom was like, don't do that to me. And I would do it again, not meaning to, but I was just like, oh, okay. She would smack me across the face. Like, I told you not to do that. And it's like parenting now. I couldn't imagine ever walking out. Even though I want to, like, I so badly, I just want to go right on their mouth. Like, yeah. I've come really close to, like, oh. But I think, I don't know. I get those flashbacks to the way my parents and how badly I wanted to parent different.
Yeah, you never realize how much you want to fight a teenager till you have a teenager, and then it's like frowned upon in like all 50 states.
Oh my gosh, I'll never forget. Aaliyah was 3 or 4, I think 3. She was running around in a parking lot, and yeah, it was in Whittier, but still, don't run around in a parking lot. Yeah. That's like my big thing. Don't goof around. Like, people are all around. So she's running around, and I said, don't do that. And she did it again. So I walked up and I spanked her, and she didn't have diapers on, so yeah, she was 3. And this old lady just glared at me. And I was like, what? Like, these are my children I'm spanking.
Exactly.
And I feel like gentle parenting, me and people that gentle parent, I don't fuck with them. Yes. I can't be around those people that don't discipline
That's another children. Thing that's like super controversial nowadays is spanking your kids. Mm-hmm. Apparently people look at it as abuse.
It's not abuse.
I mean, my mom is 5'1", like 100 pounds. Like she's
tiny.
She's tiny. And then my dad's like 6'4".
Holy smokes.
Over like 250. So he's a big guy. And my mom was a stay-at-home mom, 4 kids, all of us. I'm 5'6". My sister's 5'6", 5'5". I don't know, somewhere around there. My older brother's like 6 foot. My younger one's like over 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2".
Uh-huh.
So my mom's this tiny little lady with these monsters, basically. Mm-hmm. She would pick up anything she can get her hands on.
See, that's how it was back then.
Anything, yeah.
You could get away with spanking. The belt, I remember I've gotten the belt.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when you know you really messed up.
When like, we would get really, like, off the wall or whatever. My mom would call my dad at work. Oh. And we knew when my dad got home from work, not only did we get it from our mom, but we were going to get woken up and we were going to get it from him.
Oh my God, you just brought me back. My dad worked week on, week off in Valdez. And I don't even know what we did. I feel like in my mind, we weren't even that bad. My mom called my dad and had him come home early. And I just remember she's like, all right, girls, your dad is coming home. Just being terrified. That's a 4-hour drive, 6-hour drive from where we lived, and I was just terrified the whole time, and I knew it was coming. I couldn't go to sleep. My dad flung open that door, like I could hear him come home, flung open my bedroom door, opened the door, took the belt off, and he made a bunk bed, but he made like this brace so you wouldn't fall off. I always fell off my bunk bed. So this brace, and he didn't even care if it hit me, just went, what, bam! And smacked me. He goes, what the fuck are you guys doing? I'd come all the way home, and I was just being terrified.
Yeah.
But I couldn't imagine doing that to my own kids. But I lose it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I lose it to the point where I've lost my voice from just coming undone.
Yeah. Yeah. I've done that too.
parenting is so different, and I feel like you can't judge how people parent, but those gentle parenters, I can't get behind them.
It doesn't work. I tend to look at my daughter and I'm like, God, she's got such a bad attitude. But then I look at like some other kids and I'm like, well,
It could be worse.
it could be worse. She's not, my biggest thing is not wanting to like, the only things she has to do is keep her room clean. Basically, the upstairs belongs to her.
Okay.
Like, she's got her bathroom, she's got her room, she's got the little hall area, and then take the trash out. Those, and
It's not that hard.
she does her laundry. I was like, those are her
Chores.
That's her area. That's what she maintains, and it's so hard to keep her to maintain it. And it's just like, oh,
They don't understand, yeah. The girls struggle with their room, and now I've really enforced, since I'm at work and stuff, I'm like, you guys are to have this kitchen clean. You are to do the dishes. I'm not asking that much of you.
yeah.
Like, just do it. And there was one time they didn't, and I was very upset, 2 o'clock in the morning coming home, and I was like, I don't understand why you guys get all this stuff. We would give you all this, like all these devices you can play with and all that stuff. I shouldn't have to come home to a mess that I didn't even create.
Yeah.
You should get up and clean it. So then now they've gotten better at doing their chores.
Yeah.
But there's people that believe that kids shouldn't have chores, and I'm just
That's
like,
crazy.
my mind is blown. How do you, so you just do everything? I'd be grumpy. When I start cleaning, I get grumpy. I can't help it. I'm just like, this was not mine, but I'll clean it up.
Like with me, like I like doing like the dishes and stuff because I don't know if it's like OCD or something. I have a certain way I have to do things. Like
Okay.
when I like load the dishwasher, I don't like using the dishwasher for like washing dishes, but drying the dishes.
Girl.
Like I have typically wash the dishes by hand, and I put them in the dishwasher to dry usually. But I have to do it a certain way, and if
Okay.
it's not done that way when I open it, I'm like,
Your anxiety kicks in.
yeah. So I'm like, oh, so I have to load it. Like I have to go forks, spoons, butter knives, and then like other knives, steak knives, and then other things, and then I have to go plates, big plates, and then whatever else is big, and then on the
All
top,
this for drying.
yes, and then on the top I have to go like small plates, bowls, Tupperware lids. Like it has to be in, and it's the same order every single time.
Okay.
Because it's just
Does Ray ever mess with you and go in there and mess it up?
shockingly no.
I would think Ray would.
No.
I could see him doing that just to get a rise out of you.
No, but my daughter, when she does her own dishes, she just likes to throw it in there.
Okay, I'm guilty. Like, I have plates where they're supposed to go silverware, and I notice my husband's the same way with the silverware like you are. He wants the forks where the forks go, this, and I'm like, they're all getting washed, like, just put them, he goes, babe, come on. And I'm like, I don't understand that,
But it's so much easier when they're like that, because then you pick it up and you just put the forks in there. Pick up the
okay.
knives. So it's like just, instead of picking them up and having to separate them, they're already separated.
Okay, I can get behind, I understand, I can see what you're saying, but I use my dishwasher for washing. Like, I'm not, my husband taught me, you always, like, before we had the dishwasher, and it was broken for a long time, we had to wash everything by hand. I'm like, this sucks. Then we got a new dishwasher, and I love that dishwasher, and I use the dishwasher, but he taught me you're always supposed to rinse all your stuff off before.
See, I'll use the dishwasher maybe once or twice. Maybe once a week, maybe. And that's to keep it from dry rotting. The rubber thing that's in it. It can dry rot if you don't use it.
Okay.
But so I use it.
I'm just keeping mine from dry rotting.
Yeah, there you go. But I just like, but we don't use a lot of dishes, so it's not hard. But I just prefer to wash them by hand and just
See,
dry.
when my father, I love you, Grandpa. When he lived with us, it would, and he's older, so his eyesight's going.
Yeah.
He would try to be helpful, but girl, when he'd wash the dishes, there's be stuff stuck to it. After I went through, like, I'm like, what is this? And then it came to a point where I felt bad, but I had to say, Grandpa, don't do any more of the dishes. I got them. Because you're creating more work for me. And there's some chores that I have the girls do where I'm like, you're making more work for me. This is not that hard. I remember my mom teaching me how to vacuum. and go in lines. Like, did your mom ever teach you?
Yeah, we went.
It was.
Yep.
And if you didn't, she'd be like, "What are you doing?" And now I feel like that's rubbed off on my kids. Like, it's not that hard when you wipe the counter. You go like this with it. And they're like, "But why?" I'm like, "Just because that's out.
Yeah.
Just do it that way."
That's how my daughter is. Like, when I tell her, like, okay, so I have that routine. I, like, when it's time to get ready for bed, I get up, do the dishes, clean the kitchen.
Before bed?
Before bed.
So you and Mama, maybe this is a military thing.
Like, I do it every night. That's my thing.
Okay.
I get up, do the dishes, do the counters, usually sweep the floor, maybe every other night sweep the floor. I have to wipe the sink down when I'm done.
Okay.
I don't like the sink to be wet when I'm done doing my dishes.
Okay.
Just wipe it
This
down.
is a military thing, you guys. I'm noticing a lot of similarities.
My daughter does not understand it. She's like, Mom, it's a sink. It's supposed to be wet. Mm-hmm. No. When you're done with it, it doesn't take long. Just take the little drying cloth and dry it off. It's not that hard.
One thing I do with the dishes, I can't stand a dirty sink. Like, if you wash dishes, wash it out.
Exactly. And
That's something I say. Oh, sorry. Speaking of husband. Yeah. He and my brother, so he's Army, my brother was military. I'm wondering if that rubs off on you guys with cleaning, because those two are the most cleanly people that I know.
Yeah.
Like, when we have people come over, like, this is the most that I've cleaned, and this made me anxious. I'm like, she's gonna come in, she's gonna be like, Hannah. But my husband, before we'd have a babysitter come over, and my brother was the same way. You clean the house spotless, and then when you come home, you better expect it to be the same way.
Yeah.
Are you like that?
Yeah, like we keep the house pretty spotless.
See,
It's
I want to be that person.
I tell my daughter, once you get it done, and once you, like, I went up there, spent 2 or 3 hours in her room with her, cleaned it spotless, under the bed, everything. This is your starting point.
Okay.
This is the new standard. And so then it should be easier just to put stuff back where it goes right away.
Oh, Lord. That's something that makes me angry. This is one thing my husband will do that drives me nuts. I'm like, he'll look for something. I'm like keys. They go in one spot. Your shoes go in one spot. Everything has a place.
Yeah.
And that's something he can't get behind, and it drives me nuts. And then he'll throw a fit. Well, someone stole my wrench. And I'm like, really? Someone stole your wrench? Got it. Okay, maybe you didn't put it back where it belongs.
Yeah, with Bray, like, I have a habit of keeping his truck keys in my pocket sometimes. And usually we always put them back where they go. They go in a certain spot every time. And he'll be like, where are the keys? They're in my pocket.
Is he like that? Does Ray have things where they go?
Oh, yeah.
Is he OCD?
I don't know if he's OCD, but, like, there was a lighter he had to light the candles.
Okay.
It went missing. I don't know where it went missing. I don't know when it went missing, but it went
Okay.
missing. And he knew it went missing. He's like,
Oh,
I had
boy.
this lighter. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know where it's at. He's like, are you sure? I was like, I don't know. He's like, does Sanaya? I was like, I went and asked her. She said, I don't know about lighter. And I was like, she said no. He was like, it was there. I put it there. And I'm like, I don't know.
See,
Did it fall? Let's look behind the stove. Maybe it fell.
See, me, ever since the 2018 earthquake, that's when everything went crazy. The power was out, all that.
Yeah.
I think that's molded me into put things back where they go because, and I try to explain to my husband, like, this was a serious time. I needed things to be where they were, and they were not there.
Yeah.
And this is a life or death, in my head, life or death situation. I needed stuff to, like, the lighter alone. He never puts lighters back. We have our spot right there where lighters go. He'll take them, and then I'll find them in my truck, or I'll find them in his pockets, or I'll do laundry. And that's something I'm bad at. I don't ever check pockets when I do laundry.
Yeah, I sometimes forget to put stuff back. Like, when he was in New York, I was breaking down a box, and so I had a knife in the bedroom, and I had it on the dresser. And so he gets back, he's like unpacking or whatever, and he's like, oh, there's a knife in here. I was like, oh yeah.
He has to make it known.
I was like, I forgot to put that back. I was like, I was just breaking down a box. Wasn't using it for anything crazy.
Oh, man. Speaking of crazy, I probably shouldn't talk about this, but I have to. One of my friends This is so scary. There's a girl in the bar, and my friend decided to give her a ride home because clearly she couldn't drive.
Yeah.
And he knew the person. It wasn't like just a random.
Yeah.
So he gave her a ride home, but he went to her home, and he said that she wanted to go up to the bedroom. He went in the bedroom, and there was a sledgehammer and an axe. What would be your first idea?
Murderer. Like, I would be like, who keeps an axe in their bedroom?
So
Well, I mean, I guess
scary.
self-defense, maybe.
No, I'm thinking instantly get people wasted, come in the room, and just kill them. That's where my mind went to. And when he told me this, I'm like, thank God you're alive now. Don't ever give that person a ride ever again.
Yeah. Sounds like problems you don't want.
And I was like, hopefully that person doesn't have your number. Hopefully they don't know what you drive. Hopefully they were too intoxicated to know what you were driving.
Let's hope they don't have cameras.
Oh my gosh.
Don't want them to see
I feel like that's the new norm, cams. Like, I remember we have one in our rooms now, but when we first got the security system, it was just the doorbell.
Mm-hmm.
And I can get behind that. But when we started getting cameras in the house, I couldn't get behind that. It drove me nuts. And now it's like, okay,
Yeah.
that's normal.
We have one outside in the front, which always catch people slipping on the ice.
Oh.
We have a horrible ice problem. And then we have one in the living room, kind of like in the living room, pointing towards the living room-ish area. And we got that when we got our dog, so that when we leave, we can check on him.
Oh my goodness.
But we leave him in the kennel. We tried once. We went to Tailgaters for lunch, and we were like, wonder what happens if we leave him out of the kennel. Because, like, he doesn't use the bathroom in the house or anything. He's a real good dog. So we're there, and we're checking the camera. He started chewing on the couch.
Oh, no,
I was
girl.
like, yep, I'll leave. I'll go put him back in the kennel. So I had to leave. Good thing we only live like 5 minutes away. So I left. I went, put him in his kennel, came back. We were like, can't even trust him. Mm-hmm. He won't use the bathroom, but he'll chew on the couch.
See, ours doesn't act like that, but we'll catch him on the bed. I don't do animals. Well, one, we can't have him inside that long because Leah has allergies. But I cannot stand that when people have their animals in their bed rolling around. I'm like, ugh. Especially if they're outside. I'm not a big animal person. I would, if I could, have one of those little tiny, like, Havanese. That I could do, but that dog would be bathed every single day.
Yeah, I had a Shih Tzu. It's in Florida, which is a Shih Tzu toy poodle mix. It's like 8 pounds. Mm-hmm. And when I was moving here, my dad was like, no, I'm keeping that dog. Okay. So he ended up keeping that one. And I had a Boston Terrier. That was my baby. Oh. She's like 3 now, but that was my baby. I wanted to bring her here with me, but she has, like, since they have the smushed up faces, they can't go under the plane. They have to fly above the plane or in the main cabin. Uh-huh. And she was too big to fit in any of the kennels to go on the plane and go under the seat. She couldn't fit, so I had to leave her. But she slept in the bed with me until she started having seizures. Oh. Then she couldn't anymore because she kind of peed when she would have seizures.
Oh yeah.
But she slept on top of the blanket. Uh-huh. And if she went under, it was usually under a second blanket, like not all the way under, because she shed. But she was the only dog that's ever like slept
in the bed.
Slept, yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, we had a cat. I tried. My kids really wanted a cat, and I was like, we can try. So we got her. She was nice. For some reason, she really was attached to my youngest. Like, I'd wake up, I'd check on the girls, and the cat would be on her chest. I'd take the cat off. Don't go on her chest. I wake up in the morning, and the cat would be on her chest. And I'm like, what is going on with this cat? But it took one time for this cat. This is all it took for me. Like, she'd be running around in the middle of the night being crazy. I'm like, cats do this. This is crazy. Meow. In the middle of the night. That alone drove me nuts. But what happened was she would sleep in the bed. Every once in a while, she'd get in bed with us. The girls would be holding her. I don't know how I woke up, but as soon as that cat peed in my bed, I woke up. Like, it was weird. Something went off in my body. It was like, the cat's peeing. That was it. I was like, no more cats, no more nothing. I cleaned that bed. Like, luckily, it just didn't go onto the mattress itself, but through the blankets, I was like, nope, we're not doing this ever again.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a cat person. That's
I wanted to be. I like when I watch cats, but then cats are crazy.
yeah. My daughter wants me to be a cat person really bad, but it's not gonna happen. I don't like cats. I don't like the thought of litter boxes.
No. My daughter is really good. I'm like, if you want this, you got to help out. Like, do you understand? They go in a litter box. There's going to poop and pee, and that's not going to be stinking up the house.
Now my daughter's real into dachshunds.
Okay.
She keeps calling them dash hounds. She says it differently, but she's really, really, really like.
That's the shorter one, right? Really
the little
short
one
legs.
with the long back, the wiener dog. Yeah, she wants a long-haired one, and I was like, you don't even. Well, no, it's not her dog, so I can't say that. So she doesn't even take care of the one we have, but it's not hers, so it's not her responsibility.
They say, this is something I want to get your opinion on, that there are hypoallergenic dogs, and you had to pay a lot of money for those.
The one we have is hypoallergenic.
Do you think it's real hypoallergenic?
He doesn't shed that much.
Yeah, but when they're around it, they're supposedly allergic. What is the word I'm trying to say?
Allergenic?
Yes.
Something like that.
You're not going to have issues. We had two. We had one that was a poodle and... Was she Shih Tzu? No, poodle and... Oh my gosh. I'm trying to blank for what it was. But they're both Yorkie.
Okay.
I don't know how that happened, but that's what the people said. And my daughter, the entire... And I was like, so we got to get rid of that. And then my mom had... a Yorkie, same thing. And Yorkies are supposed to be hypoallergenic.
Are Yorkies? I know poodles are.
Yorkies are supposed to be.
I know poodles are. We have mini Bernedoodle. So
What is that?
it's a poodle mixed with a Bernese Mountain Dog.
Oh, those are big dogs.
Yeah. He's like, let's see, hold on. He's pretty.
I wouldn't think those would be those are huge dogs.
He's like, okay, so that's him on me.
Oh, here, can we show him real quick?
Yeah, take it.
Look how cute. So precious. See, I wouldn't mind an animal that was like that, but then you think about when they got a pass too.
Yeah, like he doesn't normally. He's not allowed to be on the couch or anything. But when Ray was in New York, the rules kind of changed just a little bit.
There you go.
And he knew it because he would jump right up, and I'm like, "You're like 45 pounds."
Oh, that's not a lap dog at all.
No, it's not. He's not. Definitely not a lap dog.
That's not.
But see, like his face is bigger than mine. Like,
wow. See, I just don't think it's real, and I think that's like a market to say.
I think it's not that, because I think a lot of it is the dander in the skin that people are allergic to.
Okay.
Or it could be the shedding, but I think when a dog is hypoallergenic, it sheds just a lot less. Like he doesn't shed. We go and we get him cut, like his hair cut. They don't have fur, they have hair. And we get his hair cut maybe once every 2 months or something, but they don't shed as much. She sheds a little bit, but not nearly as much as a normal dog would.
See, if I could be guaranteed that she wouldn't have an allergic reaction, and this poor girl
You can borrow our dog.
I'll have to try.
The only thing with our dog is he's very he's really bad at anxiety when it comes to riding in cars.
Okay, that's like Blue.
Like he'll start literally when we take him to the groomer, which is right there on I think Main Street.
Okay, not far from. You said you're on Lucille.
No, we're on. You know where Crucy Street is. We're literally right off of Crucy Street, right next to, right behind Wasilla Lake.
Okay.
Like, so from our house to Main Street is like 2 minutes. He will, like, Ray will drive, and I will have to sit there with him with a blanket in my lap because he will drool the entire 2 minutes until we get there. And
That's sad.
I'm like, really? We have to go and eventually get him spayed or neutered, and we're going to take him to Anchorage to do that.
Oh, that's going to be a long trip, girl.
Yeah.
That's going to be a long trip.
But it's also $250 to get it done. at the SPCA in Anchorage as opposed to, or APC, whatever it is, but as opposed to the place they have here, which would be like $600 and something.
I thought if you go early enough, I thought it was free.
No.
That's what I heard rumor.
And when we looked into it, they said it was like $250, which is a lot cheaper than doing it here. So we were just like, they told us if he's like throwing up or something, just tell them that it's because he has anxiety, not because he's sick.
Maybe that's what Blue has. Because he's so pitiful when you get him. Like, we take him hunting with us. That little bucket out there that we pull behind the four-wheeler. He is so pitiful. I'm like, seriously, Blue? So it must be anxiety.
Yeah, it's anxiety and motion sickness. The vet here told us we can give him anxiety medicines for the ride.
Okay, that's what Blue needs. That dog is a walking me. I don't get motion sickness, but I have anxiety. If I were a dog, I don't want someone to be away from me like that. Like, you can't walk anywhere without him shadowing me.
Yeah, that's how Loki is with me. Like, everywhere. I can't even go anywhere, and he's not behind me. And I'm just like, can you get off me?
Do you have anxiety?
I do. I have actually panic disorder.
You do?
Yeah, I get anxiety really bad.
I have anxiety, and my daughter does. And I'm a big time overthinker.
Yeah, I do that too.
And I get in situations where I just I can't I can't do anything. I'm like, I just need to sit here, and I need to just try to process this, and I don't need noise around me.
Yeah,
because that makes it 10 times worse.
Yeah, I'll just get like really fidgety, and I'll go like this with my hands, and I won't even notice it, and I'm just like, so I'll be like, I'll just pop an anxiety pill.
See, they gave me anxiety, so I have a fear of throw up. And they told me, if you're going to be on this, don't be surprised. One of the side effects will be nausea. And when she said that to me, I was like, I can't take this because I have a fear of throw up, and I don't want to sit here and just be like waves.
Yeah, see, the one I take, it's real low dose, and it just puts me to sleep. But medication in general puts me to sleep usually when I take it.
See,
if it has on the bottle may cause drowsiness,
it's gonna make you sleep.
It'll put me out.
Yeah, it says right in my chart, high anxiety, and people that don't have it don't understand. Just like with people that have addiction issues, I was one of those people that I would look at people when they'd be like using or something, like, oh, you need to get your ew, but then you realize once you've been in something like that, once you have something, it's different.
Yeah, definitely, it's definitely different.
And I try telling my husband, he says that he has anxiety, but I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I'm constantly worried about something. And he's like, just knock it off. It's not that serious. I'm like, if I could just knock it off, I would just knock it off because I don't like this.
Yeah, like, I get really bad anxiety. Or I used to get really bad anxiety when I would get a headache.
Oh, that's right. But you have a reason.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. My stomach hurts.
Yeah.
So elaborate a little bit more on that because that's a real thing.
Yeah. Okay. So in 2019, January of 2019, I had like a really bad headache, like came on like this, like just all of a sudden. And it was like here, and it felt like somebody was taking a screwdriver and literally like pounding it in my head. And then my ears felt like they were underwater. My neck felt stiff, like when you get a crick in your neck, like everything all at once. And
wow.
So I ended up calling the ambulance. They came, they got me. And I remember in the ambulance, I was talking to the EMT, and I had the sheet over my head because the lights were bugging me. And I remember asking him, I was like, so what do you think's wrong with me? He was like, I think you have a cluster headache because your blood pressure is 120/80.
See, I don't know anything about blood pressure.
Textbook perfect blood pressure, but now they've lowered it a little bit.
Okay.
So, but he was like, nah. So I think you're good. And I was like, good. So you don't think I'm dying of a ruptured brain aneurysm? He was like, nah. So I get to the hospital, and I remember a doctor tapping me and waking me up and just telling me, like, I'm glad you came because your brain is bleeding. You have a ruptured aneurysm.
Oh my God. How many hours was that from when you first got the headache till then?
Probably 2 or 3.
Gosh.
Like, it was immediate, because the headache was so intense so quickly. It was like, boom, it just happened. That I called right away. And I was dating this guy at the time, so he was with me. So I actually told him to call. And so he called, and then I was like, never mind, don't call. He was like, no, I'm still calling. But he, so then my youngest daughter was with me too, so we all went up there, and then they ended up telling me that they had to do surgery. They were going to see if they can go in and coil it first, so they wouldn't have to, like, do actual brain surgery on me.
Oh.
But they couldn't do that. So I remember the surgeon coming in and telling me, she was like, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. There's a 50-50 chance that you're going to make it. And I was like, okay, well, she's like, I'm going to take your skull. I'm going to cut it. She's like, I'm going to, peel it apart, take a piece of your skull out. I'm going to take a metal clip. I'm going to clip that aneurysm. I'm going to put you all back together. Any questions? And she was wearing a Patriots bandana. You know I'm a Broncos fan. I told her, I said, the only thing I ask you, can you take that Patriots bandana off? Because if I go, I don't want to see that. She's like, no, I can't do that. I was like, well, that's unfortunate. And then the anesthesiologist, he was like, nobody's ever died on my table. And I was like, that's encouraging.
That's the last thing you want to hear.
Yeah,
Why would you even say that out loud?
I think he was saying it to be because I was joking around. So I think he was joking too, because you laugh or cry.
I'm a crier.
Yeah, and I'm like, I literally told my boyfriend at the time, I was like, look, you can tell people you literally blew somebody's mind. He was like, can you shut up? Can you not say that in front of the doctor? It was like that's just like how.
That's how you cope.
That's how I cope. And so then they did the surgery. I don't remember, but apparently when I woke up, I still had like the tubes in my throat, and I tried like yanking them out. I don't remember that part, but I took a selfie because I have the selfie on my phone.
Oh my god!
I remember that. But yeah, I was in ICU for almost a month. So it happened on the 4th of January. I got released on the 28th. And I was in ICU from the 4th until the 27th.
Wow.
Yeah, because I kept having like vasospasms and stuff to where the vessels in my brain kept collapsing. So they had to go and like shoot medicine into my brain to keep it from collapsing, or the vessels from collapsing and causing a stroke. Because technically what I had is considered a stroke. So, yeah. And while I was in the hospital, they believed that I was having another one, but my body fought it off.
Wow. See, tough. You're tough.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was interesting. But what they didn't tell you, what they didn't tell you is like the anxiety that comes with it. I already have anxiety. I already had panic disorder before. So then afterwards, when I would get like a major headache, I'd freak out. And I'd like, okay, I need to go back to the ER. And I would go back and they'd do another scan, and they were like, you're good. That happened for a couple of years afterwards, until finally now I'm like, okay, I know it's just one of my migraines coming on. And
yeah, it sucks. When you go through something like that, you can't help but remember.
Yeah, and it's just like, nobody tells you about. I remember after I got released, my mom, because I didn't have any family in Texas.
Okay.
My parents drove the 26 hours from California to Texas, and my brother came from West Virginia. And that's how I ended up in West Virginia, because he was like, once you get cleared, you're moving with me to West Virginia. Okay. In case anything happens, you're going to be next to family. I mean, my brother were really close. So that's how that happened. But I remember after I got released from the hospital, I went, me and my mom went to the mall, and I started getting dizzy and a headache. And so she took me back to the ER. And the nurse in the ER happened to be one of the nurses that were in ICU with me. Okay. And so I was like, she was like, it's just anxiety. They gave me anxiety medicine. And I was like, I finally broke down and I was crying. I was like, oh my God, you guys see me like this? Oh my God, it's a mess. And she was like, we were betting on when you would have your anxiety attack. She was like, everybody has them, but you never had one.
Uh-huh.
She was like, you were always in good spirits and all that. So we were just like, oh, it's not going to happen.
Wow.
She's like, but it happened. I was like, well, here I am, freaking ugly crying and all.
But that's normal. I feel
Yeah.
like that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Do you feel like your life has changed since then? Your outlook?
Yeah, like you never know when you're gonna go, and like certain things bother me now. Like I used to be really quick-witted and like really like.
I still think you are faster than me. I'm slow.
Well, I used to be a lot better, but like sometimes I know what I want to say.
Okay.
And I can't connect it, or I'll stutter, or I'll be like searching for the words. Like it's like there's a disconnect.
Is that normal from that?
Maybe because it's like brain injury. I mean, it's from that, yes, definitely. But that's the one thing that gets me, because sometimes when I'm talking to people, and they're like, "Okay, can you hurry up?" or something like that, I get like, "Oh wow." Maybe I can't.
And then in your head, yeah.
In my head, I'm just like, well, I'm just going to stop talking.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
No,
Thanks.
You're not good enough to know what I was going to say.
That would be me. No, I'd probably break down crying. Yeah, since my anxiety has gone up big time. So they don't understand when you go through those situations how scary it is when you have kids. That was my first thing, like, just my stomach was killing me. I was thinking I was going to die, and then I'm never going to see my kids again.
My daughter for the longest time. Oh, that's another, see, my brain's like everywhere. That's another one of my issues. Like, if I have something to say, I feel so bad because I cut people off all the time. But it's not intentionally, because if I have something to say,
you have to say it.
Yeah, otherwise I forget it. I won't know. And it'll be like, and it won't be for another 3 weeks. And then I'm like, oh, and then the moment's gone.
That's me in general. When you said you're quick-witted, I think you're quick. Me, it'll be hours later. I'm like, oh, and then I should have said this to that person.
Yeah, but the kids, my daughter was traumatized for it because she was in the hospital with me until finally we were able to get somebody to come and pick her up until my parents got there. But every time I got a headache afterwards, Mom, is it happening again?
Gosh, you're gonna make me cry.
I was just like, no, I'm fine. But in my head, I'm like, is it? Is it?
How you have to be brave for them. Oh, yeah.
Oh, don't cry.
Oh, sorry, yeah. That's what I do. I cry.
See, I'm not. I'm like, you don't drink. But normally I'd be like, do you want a shot? Like if somebody's crying. That,
no, I don't want a shot.
No, I'm not going to offer you one. I mean, take a drink of this.
Cheers. Yeah. Yeah, it's scary. Like, just when I see pictures of the day before it all happened, I was like, wow, that could have been the last time I ever see my kids.
So what exactly happened?
Bowel obstruction. I don't know how it happened. I just remember getting up in my bed and my stomach, like a loud pop went off in my stomach. I was like, whoa, that was loud. That was from my stomach. Okay, that was weird. And then the next night I had severe stomach pain to where I called my husband. He was on the slope. And I was like, my stomach is killing me. I can't go to sleep. And it went away. And then we did, I had some kind of doctor's appointment. I don't remember what it was for exactly. But I remember them telling me, your white cell count is really high. Do you feel okay? And I'm like, yeah, I feel fine. But then that triggers like in my head. I'm like, something's wrong with me.
Yeah.
So then we go camping and we party. I went a little too hard and I woke up with a hangover. But my stomach was killing me. And my husband was going out fishing. And I was like, okay, we got McDonald's. And I dropped him off. And the stomach pain just got worse and worse. And I was like, man, this hurts. And then I started puking. I'm like, I must be really hungover. But then I kept puking and kept puking and kept puking. And then I called my husband. I was like, hey, you need to come back. Like, something's wrong. And then he had the balls to tell me, I just don't think you handle pain that well, babe. Just come lay down. Of course, he's hungover too, though.
Yeah.
I think I have to think about that. Like, he's hungover. But you just don't handle pain very well. I'm like, no, something's really wrong.
Yeah.
And then finally he gets me in the car and I have nothing to throw up. Like, I'm just in there, dying. Yeah. So then the doctor gets me to the hospital and the doctor's like, I think you have appendicitis maybe. Let's go, he's pushing and he's like, does that hurt? I'm like, everything hurts.
Yeah.
Everything hurts in my stomach. And he's like, so we do a scan and hours go by and I'm sitting in the room and the lady in the meantime, she checks on me every once in a while, but I feel like no one's really paying attention.
Yeah.
So I crawl out on all fours, like, because I can't really walk. My stomach hurts so bad, and I'm crawling out there, and I was like, I'm just gonna die. Like, someone hasn't checked on me. I'm literally gonna die. And she goes, ma'am, you need to get back to your room. And I'm like, she's like, you have severe constipation. That's what it is. You just need to go back to your room. They gave me magnesium citrate. Have you ever had that? Girl. It's just every time I've had to take that since then, I hate it. It's so sour, it's the worst, but it works.
Yeah.
And you better stay home. But so they gave me that and nothing's happening. And I was just like, my stomach is killing me. I'm just gonna die in my room. And thank God there was shift change because they had me take another picture, and the doctor that came on was like, hey, your stomach is severely ill. We need to get you into surgery. And I just remember telling my husband, see, I told you something was wrong. And they cut me open. They untwisted my intestines. I have a picture somewhere of it. It was bad. But it came back to life. But every time since then, I've had issues with, like, when food passes through there or something, it kills me. And I immediately go, is that happening? Is that happening? Yeah. But yeah. But it's just, I think about those situations and it's like, what if my kids were left just, I love my husband, but I feel like I sit there and I try to teach my kids to be better humans, like good humans, but he's like, let them be themselves, like who they are is who they are.
Yeah.
But I'm always like, no, I want them to constantly think, like, how does this affect someone, all that.
Yeah.
And I think, like, what if I die, he's left with them, and I just, like, they're not going to be good humans, but I know they're going to be, but that's what goes through my mind. And every once in a while and they said, and they shouldn't have told me this, like, I could have been fine without knowing this, that the chances of this happening again are heightened. They're pretty high. And I'm like, great, okay.
Yeah.
So every time I get a stomach ache, I'm like, oh, is this it? Is this it?
Daughter.
Oh, she's so pretty.
She'll be fine. Yeah. I made the mistake of joining a Facebook group for, like, brain aneurysm survivors. Yay. Yeah, no. Wasn't great because then
Did you get off of it since?
Oh no, I'm still on it, but I need to get off of it because I keep seeing people posting, oh, I've had 3 aneurysms, and I'm like, I've only had 1. Is it normal? Like, I went to my neurologist like a couple months ago, and I was like, look, I told her the same thing, like, I made the mistake. I joined the group, and everybody is saying, like, they've had more than 1. Do I have more than 1? She was like, with how many scans you've had, and there's nothing still there. There's nothing there.
Do you still need to go back and get scanned periodically?
In a year, they're going to have me go back and get scanned. But I was getting scanned every 6 months. And then I think the first year it was 6 months, every 6 months. And then it was a year after that. And now it's supposed to be every 5 years that I go back. But since it's a new neurologist, she said she wants to wait a year and then she wants to do another scan. But they want to do an MRI. And I was like freaking out about MRIs because of metal. But finally, I came to the realization that the type of metal, I went so far as I went on my old records from the old hospital in Texas. Went and looked at the model number and everything of all the stuff they put in my head. I went and Googled it and made sure, like, it was MRI safe. Like, I did my own research, and it says it's MRI safe. So I'm like,
which one is it? The CAT scan where you get inside the tube, right? Or is MRI all the way in the tube?
Both of them.
Girl, I hate those things.
Like, the CAT scan is, I want to say, a lot bigger. I don't know if it feels as tight. I did an MRI on my knee last summer before I had surgery. I feel like that one's a lot louder.
Okay. I'm claustrophobic, and I just remember them saying, you gotta sit very still, and I'm just bawling. And I'm like, are we almost done? They're like, ma'am, you need to sit still. How do you tell someone to sit still? It's like telling me to calm down when I'm irate about something. Like,
yeah. No, they're both very... I want to say the MRI might be a little tighter, but like I said, I only had it on my knee. So I don't...
Oh, well, I'm happy we're both here.
Yeah.
And I gotta meet you and Ray.
Yeah, those are both pretty scary situations. And then the trauma it puts on the kids.
See, my babies were young enough they don't really remember.
My oldest one was in Texas living with her dad at the time. And so she had got the phone call about what happened or whatever. And apparently she was like, just like
Oh, I couldn't
devastated.
imagine.
From what she told me, she was just like, apparently I talked to her, but I don't remember. They had me on like morphine and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're not going to remember.
No, I don't remember. I just remember like saying, hey, I have to call Amara. My parents were like, you already called her. You already talked to her. And I was like, wait, what? No, I didn't do that. They're like, yeah, you held the whole conversation the best you could.
That's, yeah. But it just makes you cherish those moments even more, I feel.
That, and it, like I tell everybody, listen to your body.
Yeah. Don't listen to those people. Oh, you're fine. You're just constipated. Oh, you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they're right, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Mm-hmm. Because I know, like, when I get, like, a really bad anxiety attack, like, I shake.
Oh, I don't get that bad.
No, I shake. I'll be like, you know, when you're cold and you shiver? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll get that.
I get tense.
I walk around a lot, I noticed, with my like, shoulders up.
Uh-huh.
It's all from stress.
Are mine up or are mine... How are they supposed to... Well, that hurts to push them back.
If you take your shoulders and just roll them back and just drop them. Just roll them and drop them.
Mine are always forward.
Yeah, it's a lot of tension.
Oh, man. Well, I appreciate you being here and talking with me. Episode 1 was great. We talked about a lot.
We did.
Freaking psycho women. Having babies with your family, your husband's family, and not telling him.
Yeah.
And then him shooting.
Yeah.
And parenting. We don't fuck with gentle parenters.
No. It's not ethical or moral to fight a teenager, but...
Yeah, lay the law. I feel like a little fear, more than a little fear, is healthy. They need to fear us.
They do.
We're not your friend. We're your parent.
And that's the problem. My daughter doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also a struggle when you don't have the other parent there.
That is true. And it's very exhausting being the bad parent all the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't just call her dad up or tell her I'm going to call your dad. Who's that?
Oh, no.
Like,
oh, no.
Like, really?
Go ahead, whoever that call.
What is he going to do?
Yeah. I just...
Like, my youngest, or my oldest, I could have been like, I'm going to call your dad up. Mm-hmm. Please don't call me. Don't call me.
Mine don't care.
My youngest.
I always start in them. You want me to lose it? Remember when I lost it? No. Especially right after it happened. Like, my voice was gone. I called Mo, like, literally trying to talk. And he's like, Jesus, babe, you don't have to go that bad. I'm like, no, I am tired.
Yeah. They act so different. At least I know we did growing up when the dad was around. I don't know if it's the voice.
My dad just gave me a look.
Yeah.
That's when you knew that's all you did was just a look, and you're like, oh, we're in trouble.
Have you seen those? Okay, we can say this and then we can just go. Me and Ray were watching this compilation of these kids and their moms playing a prank on their dad, saying shut up.
Oh, I love those.
Oh, we were laughing so hard at some of them because the dad looks at the mom first. He's like, oh, hell no. And he gives
to
up.
See, did they really just say that?
Yeah. And the kids are so like, oh my God, it's just prank. It's just prank. The dads are like out of there.
I like watching those are the dad freakouts. Like, I remember my dad would freak out over little things. And I was always scared. Like, I watched those kids and they just giggle. I'm like, yeah, I was not a giggler when my dad got mad.
No, we knew. Like, Mom would get mad, and we'd be like, oh, Mom's just a little crazy. She's a little crazy German lady. But Dad would get mad. Oh, no. No, we're not playing anymore.
Dads are pretty serious.
Yeah.
Like, a look alone, that was it.
Like, moms typically are more, you can push... More of a pushover than dads. or at least in a kid's eyes, and it could be because dads are generally have the deeper voices. They have the more domineering presence. That it's just like, oh, you want to do that to dad?
So my husband works 3 on 3 off, and I fear that they take me more serious than him, because he has told me he doesn't want to be. He doesn't get to see them that often, so he doesn't want to be that asshole dad when he comes home. But I'm like, but I also need you to step up and be this person too. But he also says I'm like overly strict, like overly, like little things will trigger me. Like, hey, I didn't say talk to your sister like that. Whereas he'd be like, hey, you don't have to talk to your sister like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard always having to be the bad parent, like you said earlier.
But then I think people told me this a while ago, you're going to respect that parent more in the end. And I'm like, well, yeah. Okay.
True.
Yeah, being a parent's hard. Being a mom's hard. It's a lot of work. People don't understand.
Yes.
And being a working mom on top of that.
Yeah. Me and Ray were just talking about single moms yesterday. Because we saw something how single mom was like, it's so hard to be a single mom, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of disagree with that.
You make it what it is. Like, if
I
you
feel like
sit there and wallow.
Most of the stuff you do as a single mom, you would be doing for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be doing your own laundry.
Yeah.
You're going to be cooking. You're going to be cleaning your house.
Mm-hmm.
You're just adding somebody else to it.
Yeah.
Like, maybe not going to, like, extracurriculars. Mm-hmm. But, I don't know. I think if you make it hard.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Hard, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And some people are just so negative. That's another topic. I can't stand that.
It's hard to hold to have to, depending on where you live and what the daycare situation is. Like when I was a medical assistant and I had my girls and they wanted me to work 10-hour shifts. And,
oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
But the daycare I had them in was the YMCA. It was all the way across town. And by the time they closed, if you were a minute late, every minute you were late, it was $1 per kid.
Okay.
So I was like, I can't do these 10-hour shifts because I have to be all the way across town.
Yeah.
By the time they close, sometimes it's hard to find those 24-hour babysitters and stuff like that. So that part I understand being difficult. But I don't know. Just my take.
Oh, girl, we can go on and on.
We're going to have to do other episodes. Right.
Well, thank you for being on. And you guys, thank you for watching. And we'll see you in our next episode.